Hello everyone, it's Brian Akeem here. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing something different, guys. I'm going to be talking about my favorite series, Foxcars. Now, if anyone is wondering, Foxcars is a new series that was created a few years ago by my good friend, the Stormy Dragon. I did not draw this artwork, and all the footage in this video belongs solely to the Stormy Dragon. It is not mine in any way. The music is also not mine, as you can see in the description, and I just want to talk about this amazing series and let you guys know why I love it so much and why it is so good. And also why I think you guys should give it a chance, because if you love Walking Dead, if you loved Game of Thrones from like seasons 1 through 5, or okay, seasons 1 through 4, then you will definitely love this series, guys, because I am telling you, it is better than all of them. This series is fresh, new, interesting, and has so much mystery and love to it. I mean, it is literally written, drawn, and voiced mostly by one person. And yes, there are multiple voice actors, but yeah, let's get started. So what is Foxcars? Okay, so Foxcars is a private series made by my good friend Stormy Dragon, in which it tells a story of, I guess you can say, our main protagonist. So our main protagonist, we can call him Kit or Noku, in the center here of this picture, and basically something happens in his life in which he finds himself in a community or a tribe of other foxes. Unfortunately, there are many dangers and threats in the world of Foxcars. There's harsh winters, environments, as well as hostile animals and predators, and there is also even a opposing tribe or community with an evil fox who is planning nefarious and horrible things for all of the characters in the series. And yes, so that is why it is called Foxcars. And yeah, so anyways, why I love this series so much, this might be a surprise to you guys, but like I said before, this series is very similar to Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. There is a lot of great and amazing character interactions, and there's a lot of family moments. You know, there's characters being loving and caring towards each other, but there are also darker things in the series. There is abusive relationships, abusive parents, as well as betrayal and feelings of not being good enough for somebody else. There is lies and deceit. There are characters who don't know what to do in certain situations, and honestly, this makes the series even more interesting and relatable to me, even though there are fox animals as the main protagonists and characters in the series. And one of the things I love in the series is that there's so much mystery behind it. So the main character finds himself in this new tribe of foxes, and let us just say that the main antagonist of the series has a personal vendetta and relationship with a lot of characters in the series, but I will not say that as I do not want to spoil it. So anyways, as you guys have probably seen in the many amounts of footage, horrible things happen in this series. It is, I would say, PG to PG-13. There is blood, there is death in this series. Like, guys, I am not joking. There is so much in this series in terms of mystery and lore. There are nice characters, there are very mean and hostile characters, and also I cannot tell you guys what's up with the main character as far as the mystery behind him, but there is a lot of mystery surrounding the main character of the series, and we slowly get to see his relationship with other characters and what that is all about. We get to see how his relationship with other characters unfolds in the series, and him appreciate others as well as understanding the world that they live in. And the series is just so beautiful and wholesome. There's a lot of family moments, there's arguing, there is civil wars and betrayals, characters not knowing what to do in dire situations, and characters just want to do what's best for their respective families, but also their friends, and characters don't do stupid things or act irrationally. They all have their amazing motives and reasons for doing things that they do in the series. Characters want to be smart, they want to be safe, and they don't know how to do that with so many threats in the world. Characters are constantly breaking down and perhaps even going down in the pressure of how to protect themselves. How do the characters feed themselves? How can they protect themselves? Characters constantly bring this up in the story because it is a serious thing, and characters can die at any point in the series, and you just don't know who it's going to be or how this character might die. because this series is so amazing. You love each and every single character. They feel so amazing, relatable, and they're so sweet, and you don't want anything bad to happen to them, unfortunately, but you know that something most likely will happen to them because this is a dark series. And not only that, but there is a lot of romance in the series as well. These are young characters. They are like preteens to teenagers, and we see how these characters kind of grow up in this harsh world, this harsh reality, and they're forced to kind of grow up fast in this world because even their parents and elders don't know what to do. You know, it's a very dark and twisted world. There's so many dangers at every corner, and characters just need to make smart decisions, otherwise they could die. The people that they love can die, and it's so tragic. You don't know, you know, at any point what can happen to your favorite character, and you know what secret could be possibly revealed, and what revelation could you find out, because there is so much dark things in the series. There's mystery, and characters just want to live. They want to survive in this harsh world, but you know, certain characters don't want to take risks, certain characters do, and there's a lot of heartbreak in this series. You know, there's a lot of distrust and betrayal, and it's just such an amazing series. You know, there is so much foreshadowing in the series. It's just absolutely amazing, guys. Characters constantly talk about how winter is coming, and they don't mean winter as in the season as well. They're talking about something bad is happening, similar to Game of Thrones, and so it's kind of like similar to that. And not only that, but characters in the series obviously are very adorable. They're very cute, but they are also very vicious. I mean, like I said, guys, there is blood, there is death in this series. There's a lot of fighting with characters, and you just don't know which characters are gonna possibly die or, you know, become strong enough to face whatever challenges that they have. And like I said, guys, there's a lot of relationships in the series, a lot of bad ones, a lot of good ones, and you just feel for the characters. You know, you want them to be happy, but there's so many threats out there in the world. You know, there's literally a tribe or a group of foxes that wear skulls on their heads, and they are bloodthirsty, they are vicious, and you know, characters constantly just go through traumatic experiences, and you just don't know which character is going to, in a way, lose their mind because of something horrible that happened to them. You don't know which characters are just gonna be sane after all the horrible things they go through. I mean, like, the main villain of the series is just so dark and twisted, guys. Like, I am not joking. I am legit terrified. I mean, this is one of the biggest threats that I have seen in the story. And I won't tell you about the villain himself too much, but he is scary. He is dark and twisted, manipulative, he's smart, and he is incredibly dangerous, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. That is what I love about this series. There's so much depth and, you know, great character moments, and you don't know if your favorite character can live or die. You just really don't know what can happen. You don't want anything bad to happen to these characters, but you know that something is going to happen. And that's what I love about this series, because it keeps me on edge, and there's just so much mystery behind it. I want to see these characters, and characters are also so recognizable. You can just, you know, see a certain character and be like, oh, I know that character's name, and it's so easy to remember everyone. And you get to learn more new and interesting things about them. You get to know about their love interest or crushes. You get to learn their backstories, or perhaps, you know, experiences they had when they were younger. And it really just makes a series feel so real and relatable. You know, there's so many things. There's parents, there's kids, there's older characters, and you know, it just feels like a really wholesome setting. But unfortunately, it's very dark and twisted, and there's so much, you know, danger around every corner. And like I said, you just don't know what might happen to these characters because there's so many threats in their world, and they don't know how to deal with them 100%. Sorry if I'm having trouble with this, guys, because like I said before, this is an amazing series. Please check it out, guys. I mean, it is animated well, it is drawn well. I have never seen a series, you know, that has so much love and hard work put into it by a single person in my life. And like I said, guys, if you love Game of Thrones, if you love Walking Dead, you will love this series, because it is literally those series, you know, in their prime with just Fox characters. It is literally the only difference in the series. I mean, characters struggle for, you know, finding a safe, you know, place to live. They struggle to find their families, keep their families safe from, you know, starvation or, you know, other outside threats, any, you know, predators, any animal or disease that might come to them. Characters are just so interesting and relatable. You know, characters will literally do anything that they have to protect their loved ones, and this might take them sometimes through dark routes, like such as lying to them, or perhaps even killing someone. The characters will literally do whatever it takes to keep their loved ones safe, and it makes total sense and it is totally believable because this world is just so dark and twisted and harsh, and not every character is a nice character. Obviously, there's good and bad on both sides, and for every story. Like the main community of foxes, the Firefly tribe, has a majority of nice and wholesome and loving and caring foxes, but a lot of them are in a way damaged or broken, or there's something about them, such as a secret, that kind of keeps them from being a certain way. And then in the opposite side, you have the villains, and a lot of the villains are kind of sympathetic because of something that happened to them, and you don't want to see them kill your favorite characters, but you do want to see them live because they're either really interesting or relatable, or they do have some good in them, but unfortunately due to situations, it is simply out of their control. I mean, there is revenge, and there's hate. There's so much going on in the series. Characters literally are trying to figure out what is the best way that they can survive in this series, and there's so much mystery behind this. Like, unfortunately, there's a lot of mystery with the main character. Like, when he comes into the community of foxes, he unfortunately, due to a certain situation, he cannot 100% tell them who he is or reveal every single thing about this world to them, and because of that, that causes a lot of mistrust. And unfortunately, it's not the fault of the main character. It is just something out of his control due to situations. And the characters, a lot of characters are very understanding towards this, whereas some characters aren't. And there's a lot of moments in the series where you see characters struggle with their insecurities or their weaknesses, and a lot of characters have strengths. A lot of characters don't have cowardice, or they don't have a weakness, and we see some characters who do, and they need to fix that weakness, otherwise the people that they love can die. They can die, and they don't want that to happen, but unfortunately it's definitely possible, and likely it could happen due to the fact that this world is so harsh and cruel. And that is what I love. I mean, honestly guys, this series is so amazing. It is well done. You don't know what any character will do next, because this is a world where they'll do anything to protect their loved ones, and you just hope for the best for these characters. But there are so many characters in the series, and it's not that hard to remember all of them. Like, that's what's great about this series. There is not like a system where it's like, oh, there's too many characters right now, they need to kill off characters. Foxcars is not like that at all. Like, even though there are 30 to 40 characters in this series, out of 9 episodes, you love each and every one of them, and you kind of think that they all have had a good amount of screen time, and you want to see more of every single character. And there's only, I would say, a few characters that you will kind of hate in the series due to certain situations or their behavior or attitudes towards others, and there are several that you will absolutely love due to the behavior, relationships, and morality. And that's definitely something that plays very well in the series, very moral characters and very immoral. And yeah, guys, so if you did not have a chance to see this series, please check it out. It is made by my really good friend, the Stormy Dragon, on YouTube. And I love this series, guys, so much. I have, been into it for 2 years now. I love it so much. I am literally part of the Stormy Dragon's Patreon as well as art crew. So I actually help her a lot with the series. And I honestly wish I could help her out more, guys, because this is an amazing series. It is worth all the time and money and everything. It is just such a great series. You guys know that I would not support a series if I didn't absolutely love it, and I love this series so much, guys. It is literally my heart belongs to this series because it is so well done, and there's so much mystery and lore and love behind it, and I just want to support it in every way I can. So yeah, guys, I will see you all next time. Until then, take care. Bye.